you?
Hi, who's this?
This is Paula Hook.
Hi, Paula. It's Rick Federici and another Paula Griffin.
Hey, Paula.
We are talking about all the cool things that are going on in and around the area. You got a big jazz show coming up this weekend. But you have a ginormous rally that kicks off tomorrow in our backyard in the Chicagoland area. Talk a little bit, if you wouldn't mind, because we were trying to describe some of the symptoms and what you're about to talk about here on WIMS. I'm going to throw out 2 letters, and then I want you to describe what it is and explain. FX. Can you talk about it?
No, it's actually FA, Rick.
Go ahead, FA.
What that stands for is Friedreich's ataxia. And it's a rare neurological disease, and it is a gene that you're born with, that both of your parents have to have the gene in order for you to have it. There's a 1 in 100,000 chance that you have the gene. And my husband and I don't know, lucky or what, to have this gene. But we have 2 children with it. And the symptoms are extreme fatigue, muscle weakness, heart problems, scoliosis, diabetes, some hearing loss, slurred speech, and can even cause eye problems. And so it's a tough thing to kind of have diagnosed, and they are getting earlier and earlier in their years of diagnosing it. My daughter was first diagnosed when she was 19. We actually thought she might have MS, but it was Friedreich's ataxia. And then my other daughter was diagnosed when she was 21.
Now, you guys are doing something called FA Woodstock. Talk a little bit about that, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay. Well, there's about 5,000 in the U.S. that actually have FA, and a lot of these young adults, children, they've never really met anybody with FA. And when my daughter was diagnosed, it was devastating to her, and she actually just tried to stay alone and not want to be with anybody, and just felt isolated from the world. And it was so hard for my husband and myself to watch that we talked with some other parents of FA children and who expressed the same helplessness. And so we thought, you know what, we've got all this property, why not just let everybody who has it come hang out for a couple of days and just get to be themselves and get to have fun and fellowship with people that they never have to explain why they might walk like they're drunk and talk a little different. And so we started, I had 3 other great couples that were friends of ours that didn't have kids with FA, but said, hey, we're behind you, we want to help you. And so we said, okay, we're going to do this, and we put the word out on Facebook, and we started with about 35 people coming, and we're up to about 135 as of this year. This will be our 4th year. And so what we do is we let the kids come to our place. They can either camp or they can stay at a hotel nearby. And we fish, we swim, we have yoga, we have bands. We've had Rebel Pride in the past. This year we're having the River Wen, which is a local band who's donated their time. And well, let's see, and we're doing some kite demonstrations, and we do tie-dyeing of FA Woodstock t-shirts. And it's just a really good time.
Well, as far as the age goes, how soon does it appear?
You know, it's all different ages, and some, depending on, and they don't know why it shows up earlier in some kids and later in others. Some are being diagnosed as early as 3, the more that the word gets out to the neurologist, because usually this is something they just read in their study books and they don't really see, and now they're seeing more and more of it. So we've got kids that have been diagnosed as early as 3 and as late as being diagnosed in their 40s. Whereas as soon as we were diagnosed, you know, we get on the internet, we start to look it up, and they're saying that, you know, that the children don't have long to live, that they lose their lives in their 20s, which is not at all the case anymore. These kids can live full and productive lives, go to college, have great jobs. They might just be in a wheelchair.
Well, if there's anything that we can do, and I know you have your ranch in Indiana. What area of Indiana are you guys at?
We're right down the street from you. We're in LaPorte off of 421.
Get out of here! I didn't even know that when I talked to Jennifer.
I know. I don't think she realized it either, because she's, I think, all the way in Florida. But,
you know what? Can I tell you this? Paul and I in WIMS will be more than happy to help you out. You know what? You and I will talk offline, and we'll help you. I know you've got this one coming up already this year, but as you go into next year, you let me know, and we will help you out and do some real cool things with you guys to help you out. And we'll tie in some other of our other great local partners. I didn't even realize you guys were in LaPorte.
We are. We're real close to you.
You're like right here. We're like, right down the block. And we have tons of partners in LaPorte County and in LaPorte. So,
yeah, well, what's been so nice is because we're relatively new to Indiana and especially to this part. We just moved here in 2007. And so, like I said, we just did it with our 4 other couples that were really good to us. And there are a group of great guys, and I think you might know one. And Chris Yagelski.
Oh, yeah, Sergeant Yagelski?
Yes. So him and his buddies, they come and they take over one whole day, and they feed us crazy food and all kinds of drinks and put on firework displays, and they have just taken over, and they are wonderful.
We love Sergeant Yagelski. We just did the parades with all those guys, and we do a lot of stuff with the local police department. He's a great man. You know what? I'll be more than happy to. I see him everywhere as well, and I'll see him this weekend, I'm sure, at the Guy Foreman at the Jazz Show. So you and I will chat offline, and you got a friend in WIMS. Anything Paul and I can help you with, even keeping the word out there, we'd be more than happy to. And email me direct, and I'll send you all my info over, okay?
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much. And I just want to add one other thing.
Sure.
Is when we close up here on Saturday, we're all heading to Shanahan, Illinois to do the huge Ride Ataxia, which is a fundraiser which we try to raise money to get all of these studies going to find a treatment cure for FA. So we will be doing that. So that's Ride Ataxia Chicago, and if anybody has any gifts they want to give to us and send to us, go ahead and check out Ride Ataxia, and they can put a donation in there. And if they want to find out more about Friedreich's ataxia, go to curefa.org.
You are the best.
They can find anything and everything they want to find out about FA.
Keep up the great work.
Thank you for your time.
Sure. Rick Federici, Paula Griffin. We'll talk to you soon, Paula.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Rick, I didn't even realize they were from our backyard.
I've never heard